Hey there, Kevin Probably fans! The moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. It's my absolute pleasure to present my podcast conversation with Kevin Probably Saves the World's cast and creators. I hope you guys are ready for loads of laughter and feels because they're going to be gushing about the overwhelming response from you all. They are so touched by all of the fans' efforts, and they share some really fun behind-the-scenes stories, as well as some teasers for the upcoming episode, Fishtail. So without further ado, here's our wonderful and fun conversation. I hope you enjoy. I just wanted you guys to all introduce yourselves. I mean, it's pretty obvious to discern one from the other, but just in case, so that everyone hears your voices and knows who's who.
Hi, this is Jason Ritter. She lies. I'm Jason Ritter. This is my voice. I play Kevin.
I'm JoAnna Garcia Swisher, and I play Amy.
I'm Kimberly Hebert Gregory, and I play Yvette.
Michele Fazekas, executive producer. Tara Butters, writer producing. We spoke to you before too, Tiffany.
Yes, I know. I remember you guys. I had a wonderful time chatting with you. I'm so glad you were able to join in on this one too. So I just wanted to start out with the overwhelming outpour of love from the fans and all of their efforts to try and get the show noticed more, and all the little cutesy things they're doing in the campaign, like sending origami birds and butterflies to ABC headquarters, and they're all putting little butterflies on their social media profiles, and some are even creating t-shirts. So I was just wondering if you guys had a message for the fans, anything you wanted to say?
I think, I'm sure everyone feels the same way, but it's really incredible. I didn't actually even know about the birds yet, but I did, I've seen all the blue butterflies. It's really so special. I mean, it's been the most overwhelming response of anything in my life. I mean, I've never seen people be so nice and effusive, especially online. Twitter usually is a minefield of people being mean for no reason. And
right.
The people who watch this show seem to really get it, and it feels like they're sort of doing kind of like acting in the same spirit as the show, kind of paying it forward and doing lovely, nice things because it feels good to do that.
My husband is constantly. My husband's a journalist, and he reads Twitter in a different way, and he's like always amazed. He's like, I don't read a single bad thing, or you'll read about Twitter. It's like there's always one or two jerks who are like, I'm just gonna troll people for no reason. And he never.
Right.
This amazing, and I will say I didn't know about the campaign until Tara and I were on a pitch call with the studio and network. And the first thing they said was, well, we've been getting a bunch of emails. And
yes.
We've worked in TV for a while, and I've never heard this. They're like, yeah, somebody got our email addresses out there, and we've been getting, she goes, I get probably 5 or 6 a day. We talked to them later that day because we had a notes call, and they're like, yeah, I got 5 or 6 more just since speaking to your viewers. So it's not going unnoticed.
No, but I would say also email the network.
Yeah, and more so the studio. Shut up, Tara. We don't want to be at a saying we did not blast your email.
I'm not giving out email addresses. I'm just saying
that you know of.
Email
the network, right?
No, but it is a really kind of a testament to kind of the passion and how special the fans are. Because I've never heard this in my life.
I've never even been a part of a show that had this kind of love and following. I remember saying on the pilot, if we could capture on camera the way that I feel being a part of this show, we had something. And then it just started to snowball, and I feel like it just is so fulfilling to be able to be on a show that is, stands for something beautiful and good and warm, and I feel like that warmth and love is just coming through, and we're getting it back, and it's really special.
Definitely, because the one thing that sets this show apart is that it's not just entertaining, it's really inspiring. So like you said, it struck a chord with the fans, and we are inspired by, the episodes we're seeing, and we try following in Kevin's footsteps. And I think it sends a beautiful message too. You see Reese and her teenage friends showing empathy and compassion towards one another, which is something you don't really see on TV nowadays that much. Everything's so dark and focuses on the negative. And especially in today's climate, it's refreshing to have a show that, makes you feel faith, hope, and love is still out there. So,
Absolutely.
And, we're not even really shying away from, larger conversations.
Right.
Controversial things or things that are a little bit touchy or dicey, but I feel like we're doing it in a way that is just something that opens up a conversation in a really positive way that, important conversations, but appropriate.
Definitely.
I also feel like people, like the fans that we have are drawn to it, and I just have that kind of belief that when you put good things out, people who are looking for good find the good, and I feel like, there is an inspirational and an aspirational kind of perspective of the show that we all know how we feel collectively with what's going on in the world and what's going on nationally. So it's a bit of a respite and also aspiration that, hey, there are small things that make big impact on our lives, because the daily living is the thing that I think Kevin Probably Saves the World shows that, like, it is our day-to-day, how we affect, how effectual we are in our day-to-day that really impacts us individually and us communally. So, and instantly. And so it's lovely to have that kind of feeling of empowerment. Like, I can have a better day if I'm doing something really good for somebody.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Jason. Were you saying something?
Oh, yeah. I just was gonna say, I think another thing that I was one of the elements that I responded to, and things that I think other people have responded to, is that it's not a positive show that denies that complicated things happen, or that there's darkness or sadness or things like that. It includes that, and I feel like that. I think first, I've read a lot of people on Twitter who have said that they're going through a really tough time, or they're depressed or something like that, and that this show helps. And I think in a way it's because it's not just everything's happy and everybody is happy and we just all do happy things. It's that these characters are doing good things in spite of the struggles that they have, and so they can connect to it on a different level, and not feel like, oh, that must be nice for all these characters on a TV show, but at home where I am, it feels different. It feels, I feel left out of the show. It sort of includes everybody, no matter what you're going through.
Yes, definitely.
One of the things I like from our perspective, and when we're working in the writer's room and we're talking about story ideas, is we always try to approach it from a very positive way, but we also like the show to be weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's never meant to be. It's like we can push that edge to earnest, but we always try to pull away, just so that it's never like there's nothing wrong with Touched by an Angel or those type of spiritual shows that have been out there. It's more that like in our world, it's just not like the weirdness actually is more real.
Definitely.
It's not the world we live in here.
Yeah.
And it's something that, like, I think that for those new viewers out there, like, who may think, oh, I'm not into a show like that,
Right.
It's like, give it a try.
Yeah.
It's not quite what you think it is.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah. It is also really funny because I feel like here, if you visit our stages or our sets, every single person who holds like any job or level, like a department head or whatever, we're all a little weird here. So like back to our props master today, she was like, talking about this idea for this thing that she's doing for me in the next episode. I was like, I think you and I are soulmates. I believe that you, and also with Amy, but I also think that our characters are starting to blend into our they're starting to pick up on our real life, and they're like, let's go with it.
Yep.
Well, I think that goes a long way too. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think that goes a
What I love that is not so earnest. There's a great level of heart, but as soon as you start to lean in and you get really earnest, they like the writers, creators just rip the rug out and do something so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's part of the human journey too, which is why I think people feel so included in it. It's like, yes, I was doing something really, really wonderful for you, and I slipped.
Yeah.
I slipped on the banana when it happened, and so it just, I think it's that realness of it.
Well, it's also and it's funny because a lot of the writers that are on the show, we've worked with on multiple projects,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll interact in social media on different projects and everything. And we've had people reach out to going, you guys are so mean to each other, but you love each other. That's so true. That's sort of how we even treat all interactions between brother and sister.
Yeah.
It's like, friends. You tend to be like that. You tend to say just the thing that will get that person. And
Right.
I love that.
Well, it is.
Reader cast
Mm-hmm.
thread.
Oh, that's okay.
Special.
Well, I was gonna say that's what makes it so relatable too. And first of all, you like just the cast, all of you guys are just such warm, wonderful, beautiful people that we just fall in love with instantly. So it's clear to see the parts of you too that make these characters so lovable and relatable for us. And
We think we love. Oh yeah.
yeah, and you can tell that you guys just get along. Like there's an organic ensemble chemistry. So it.
We a lot of we enjoy each other.
Yeah.
There's actually nothing better than watching The Daily.
Oh, I can only imagine.
To watch, I'm sorry, Kimberly is trying so hard not to laugh at Jason.
Yes.
And I mean, it is that joy of just, you can see how much you enjoy the moment, and then, both, well, I'm going to include Amy for some and you guys have really connected and have that sibling, Chloe, everyone is just amazing.
Or just even being here and watching the crew watch it.
Oh my God.
I think when you work with a lot of experienced crew, there is a sense that they've seen it all, done it all. No matter what you've done, they've done it 55 times on a $100 million feature or so.
Right.
It's not that people are, but you just get it. There's no impressing crew.
Yeah.
And I've had such a good time today watching the cinematographer watch. It's like, that is like, to me, if I can make the DP laugh, I feel like
he's a
so
tough
not. And you know what? I know you don't want this, but I'm going to use the proverb for our cast. The fish rots from the head down. Tiffany, we have the best fish leading our cast. I mean, we have the best cast. We have the best fish. I mean, Jason, I say this every time I get a chance to say it publicly. I say it to him privately. I'm getting teary thinking about it.
Aww.
Jason Ritter, I'm in full face makeup. We have to do it. But he is beyond generous, beyond kind, beyond loving, beyond humane. What you are experiencing
Almost inhumane.
What you are experiencing as a watcher of the show is not something that he has to generate. Like, he doesn't have to manufacture. It's not manufactured. He doesn't have to work at it. And so when you're in a space where someone who is the leader, is the titular character, has to be, you don't like that word. He is such a joy. And if there's so uncomfortable.
Is he squirming in his chair? Poor Jason.
There's the trickle down of the Jason Ritter effect. I love him so much. much, and I think the daily for everybody, because it is when he's in the space with you, when he's sharing that space with you, he gives you so much. He never holds back anything within himself, and I've never had that experience with another actor. Even at a read-through. At a read-through, we just did it. You guys all do that. Like, you guys are all really Chase India. And I have to tell you, like, a read-through on most shows is people eating their lunch and they're busy and and they just kind of get through it. And on this show, everyone, and I do think it's because you set the tone, and then everyone is not to take anything away from maybe you would too, but and everyone is sort of pouring their heart out and crying and getting really and just like really delivering really good scripts. Like there's a lot of stories where they get this. You're like, this is going to be a boulder up the hill this week, but
again, it's sort of this idea that like you guys inspire us.
Oh yeah,
and it totally creates storylines.
Yeah,
and it creates, like I mean, there is a run in 113 of you talking about ladders, and I laughed.
Yes.
So
and I almost I wrote that, and I almost like, oh, is it too much? But I just went up to the Home Depot website and said, well, how many kind of letters are there?
When you're at this point in any show, and you really know your characters, it really changes how you write the show, because you start to write towards things where you're like, oh, this person can nail this. And like, that's where we're just in this really fun place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why your support and everybody out there on social media who just kind of reminds the network that they have something special here. They need to change it to a different time.
Yes. Yes.
And kind of remind them that, you know what,
there's a family, there's a following here. There's a village that we're making the show for. It feels so good.
Yeah. And, there are a couple things that to piggyback off of what you guys were saying. The fans all do adore Jason so much so that they're really worried about your well-being. Jason, do you get hurt doing those stunts? Because they are putting you through the ringer every week.
I really don't. I've been sort of when I was younger, one of my best friends and I wanted to be stuntmen, and we thought the way to do that was that you just build up a high threshold of pain, and you just fall and you fall and fall. But in the course of doing all those falls, we sort of learned how to kind of tumble and. Where was my mom? My mom was there.
Story. I was like, your poor mother, because he's like, he's a nightmare child, and he was actually like, I'm gonna see how hard I can hit my head on. And how was
my sister also reminded me that I would do this joke that terrified her. Where there's a tree where you can climb up to the roof.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would do this joke, pretend to slip, and I would roll towards the end of the roof and just stop myself right as I got to the gutter, and it would really freak her out because she thought I was going off the roof.
Oh my God.
I don't think my mom knew that I was doing that one.
Oh.
Seriously, we watch it, we're like, oh my God. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I really do love it.
Well, it shows.
Ben and I haven't, because I always get jealous when he has to do the stunt. He's like, this one you could get her. But they let me, now they know that I can do certain things, and they let me do a lot of my own stuff.
You can pack a punch, Ritter. Why didn't they let you jump into the ball pit?
I wasn't here that day.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, yeah.
Spoiler alert. People will be watching closely now.
Yeah.
The puppet fight that you two do together in episode 5.
That was the best. I literally, my mind.
I almost want to release just both versions. The one where Kimberly's in it, and the one where it's insane.
It's insane. And I have to give Jennifer credit.
That's one of the best moments of our show. She sends out the most amazing, prep videos, and she puts in the music. And
she had a fully choreographed, hilarious fight.
Oh, wow. That's still one of my favorite moments from the season. That was just incredible. Do you guys improvise?
Stephanie, we got to wrap it up soon because they need Jason on set.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
Do you have any more you want to ask?
Just any teasers of what's to come?
So the preview is, has 12 aired already?
No, but I saw it, and I saw it, so I know we leave off on a cliffhanger.
The episode that airs tomorrow ends with a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Tyler takes off to Canada to go chase who he thinks is his lady from Laos, who really we all know is the best.
Mm-hmm.
And what Tyler doesn't know is that it's been Kevin writing letters, trying to sort of let him down easily, trying to break it off easy, but it didn't work. It had the opposite effect. So now he's taken off. So Kevin and Yvette have to go up to Canada, and they're going to put a bullet in this once and for all. Yvette's like, I'm going to break it off with him, and then Kevin will be there to take up the team. A couple of things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yvette experiences something that she's never experienced before early in the episode that is really concerning to her. And so what she does is she says to Kevin, I'll meet you in Canada because I got to go I got to go do something. And what she does is she goes and finds Dave, who is Will Sasso.
Okay.
And to consult with him. So he's sort of brought back into the fold. And when Kevin gets up to Canada, he realizes, oh my God, this is where I'm going to find my next righteous person. So he has a sort of difficult choice, which is, okay, we could sort of rip the Band-Aid off for Tyler and break it off with him and so that he can go home, or we could sort of string him along a little bit more so that we find the righteous person.
Okay.
Which he does to, we're going to watch him. Their team, right? Yeah. So I think that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Tiffany, so much.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it.
And thanks for all your support. Yeah, we really appreciate it. It means a lot. And it's not going unnoticed, correct? Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Thanks, guys. We will be back in touch, and we're going to get Tiffany some interviews with the other cast members.
Hey, awesome.
Great.
Happy New Year, guys. February. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Well, Kevin Probably fans, was that worth the wait or what? I just want to say a very big thank you to Jason, JoAnna, Kimberly, Tara, and Michele for taking time out of their very busy schedule to chat with us. They had actually just finished a table read before our delightful conversation, and they stayed until Jason was needed back on set, so I really appreciate them sharing their precious time with us. So what did you think about the Fishtail teasers? Do you have any theories on what lies ahead for Team Kevin? Are you relieved to know that Jason is safe and sound during all of those crazy stunts? Who would have thought he's like a human Gumby? Oh, it was also interesting to hear about how that incredible and hilarious fight scene was coordinated. That is definitely a fan favorite moment, and no one else could have pulled it off like those two. So stay tuned for more entertaining and illuminating conversations with Dustin Ybarra, India de Beaufort, and J. August Richards in the coming week. They are all so very appreciative of your efforts. You really are making a difference and inspiring others to spread the love. So keep up the great work. And I can't wait to hear all of your thoughts. Please share them. Until next time, stay righteous.